Hey guys, how are you? This is Jordana Vargas. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time, just welcome. On this video, I'm gonna do my favorites of the month. I'm gonna do them differently. I'm gonna do a tutorial sort of showing you what my favorites are. Some products I won't really show because they're my everyday favorites and I always use them. So if you wanna see how I created this look using my February favorites, then just keep on watching. To prep my skin, I'm gonna go with Embryolisse. This cream is an amazing primer, moisturizer, and everything in one product. I love it for my clients and I love it on myself because it's just so perfect before makeup. For primer, I'm gonna use these two. This one is the Smoothing Primer by Makeup Forever, and this one is the Becca Bronzing Skin Perfector. So this one will give me a bronzy look, while this one will be smoothing my pores, which you guys know it's an obsession of mine. I can't do my makeup without using a smoothing primer. First, I go with the smoothing primer. And then on top of that, I will go with the Bronzing Skin Perfector by Becca. If you want sort of a glowy look and a bronzy look, but you don't want to do your full face, or you want to go out and don't put that much makeup or no makeup at all, but you want to look put together, this will give you a nice finish on the skin. It looks like it's gonna be super dark, but it's not super dark once you blend it in. Okay, so my favorite foundation for the month, it's been the Shiseido Synchro Skin. I've used this a lot. It's liquidy, it's wonderful. It has alcohol in it, so don't use it every day. But when I'm going out, I love using this one. I would recommend this one for a night out. I went out with it, took pictures with flash, and I didn't get any flashback from it. It's SPF 20, which is a good thing. And I just love it. It's just full coverage without feeling full coverage. It's holy grail status for me. This one and my Estee Lauder are just like perfection. You can see here how liquidy it is, and it's a little dark for me, but I don't care. I prefer to do a dark foundation and then lighten it with concealer. Also, this foundation never ever gets oily on me. It has to be super hot for it to get a little oily on my T-zone, but it doesn't really get oily. And you can see how the skin looks like skin, but oh my god, the coverage, I just love it. And it's so long lasting. It's just a wonderful foundation. What I don't love about this foundation is the shade range. It's limited. I love that it has a pump. I love the consistency. I don't love that it has alcohol in it, but maybe that's the reason why it stays put so well. It's just a great foundation if you want to try something and you have really oily skin like me. And I've seen people that rave about it that has normal skin, but I don't know how good it will work with extra dry skin. They have a Shiseido Synchro Skin Glow, but I understand that that one is not as full coverage as this one, and it's not as long lasting as this one. The formula is not the same, so I would recommend that you stick to this one if you want to try a Shiseido foundation. So for bronzer, I'm gonna use the Soleil Tan de Chanel. This bronzer, it's everything. I've had it for a while and it's in my project pan. If you want to know what project pan is, I'm gonna leave a link of my last video down below. It's just products that I'm trying to finish because I don't want them to go to waste, or I just want to pull them out of my collection and just rediscover them and use them. This is one of them. And this is just so beautiful. Even without makeup, if you just want to bronze your face and give it warmth, it's just an amazing product. It blends like nothing. And I love it with a sponge. I prefer it with a sponge than with a brush. That made such a difference, and it's just so easy to use, and it will set and it won't budge. I still set it with powder, but even if I don't, it doesn't get patchy or creasy on me. It sets like a powder even though it's a cream. And you can even use it to warm up some parts of your body if you don't want to look too pale. Like you do with highlight, you can do with bronzer. It's just the sky's the limit with makeup, guys. That it looks a little bit orange, but it blends like nothing on the skin. You can see it on my face right now. For concealer, I don't think that I'll ever find a concealer that I love more than my NARS Radiant Creamy. I know that this concealer is love or hate for a lot of people. They say that it creases, that it doesn't last. Oh my god, for me it's just the best one I've found, and every client I do, I know that they see that the concealer looks amazing. And I don't ever have a problem with it creasing on me or budging on my clients. It's just a perfect concealer, in my opinion. On my Laura Mercier packaging, I put the Colorless powder by Ben Nye. And this one, I love mixing it with the Chanel one. The Chanel gave me flashback because it has silica on it. So maybe if you go light hand, it will work. but to bake, it doesn't work. So I'm mixing these two, and I'm not a flash photography person because I usually never go out at night. This with this will give like a little hint of beige tone. So I prefer that for baking instead of a white powder, even if it's a colorless one. Okay, so I did my brows off camera because it takes forever, and I do always the same thing. I use the Anastasia powders, and that's just it. I think they look decent today, and I put the eyebrow gel from Anastasia as well. So for bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the color 20M. This is True Love right here. You can see that I've heat pan on it. I think I'm gonna put like 3 bronzers on my project pan because I have a few that I've already heat pan, and maybe I can just finish them by this year and just use other products that I have in my collection. This is my favorite brush for bronzer. Top off the X's and just do a 3 shape in my face. That's the way I love to bronze. 3 meaning like 1, 2, 3, and it's also the shape 3. So it's just 3 parts. And then I just blend it. You always have to blend if you wanna look expensive. I always say to my students when I'm teaching them makeup, the more unblended your makeup is, the cheaper you look, and the more blended your makeup is, the more expensive you look. Because why not? For my nose contour, I use the Kevyn Aucoin in Light, and this powder, I've talked about it before. So if you're new to my channel, this is the powder to get if you're my skin tone, like from light to medium, and you want to contour your nose and don't want it to look extra strong in the real life. It's just a great product. The way that it's so buttery, it's cool tone, but it doesn't look ashy on the skin. It's just perfection. It's like you're recreating the shadows that you already have, but placing them where you need them. And to do a sharp contour on my cheeks, I like going in with the medium sculpt by Kevyn Aucoin, or the same bronzer I use mixed with the light one. So I don't know if you guys know that I love blushes. Blushes, like, makeup is my obsession, but blushes are the thing that I love collecting the most. It makes me really happy. So the blushes that I have for this month are Golden Sun by Chanel, which is amazing. Super expensive, but the formula blends beautifully. If you don't like scented blushes, this has a strong rose scent. It doesn't linger, so I don't care. And this one is by Lorac, and it's called Prism, and it's a matte blush. It's buildable, it's perfect. They're both super buttery. I just use them interchangeably. So this one, this color is the one that I'm gonna use today, and maybe I will pop this one on my apples, but let's see. It has a beautiful sheen to it. It's just perfect, pinky but bronzy. It's just beautiful. And the highlight that I've been dying again for is the Opal by Becca. This is also a product that I'm thinking about putting on my project pan because I heat pan on it. This is just beautiful. I don't know why, but I forgot to put it before blush, so who cares? After blending my face to start my eyes, I'm gonna be using soft ochre, and I'm gonna mix it with KRYOLAN, the soft blend drops, because it's just really drying and I'm trying to finish it. I don't think I'll ever repurchase a MAC paint pot because I find them to be really drying, and I prefer something that's gonna be in a tube that I can squeeze out so that I don't waste any product, because this, even though I love them, they just get super dry. So in my project pan video, I put a few eyeshadow palettes, and one of them is my favorite now, and I thought I wasn't gonna love it, and I filmed that video about 3 weeks ago, and I went traveling. That's why I just posted last week. So I've been using the products on that video for a few weeks now. This is beautiful. It just has, and I mentioned that on the project pan video, this crappy eyeshadow. It's called Medallion. It looks like the most beautiful shadow in the palette, but it's just a crappy eyeshadow. You can make it work. It doesn't have the payoff that Lorac Pro shadows do. Anyway, I started playing with this eyeshadow palette because I made myself travel with it, and now I just love it. I love neutrals, you guys know, and this is a light palette, but it has a black, it has a brown, it has this baby poop color. A great eyeshadow palette. Just know that Medallion, it's gonna suck unless it just sucks in my palette. As a transition, I'm gonna go in with Pink Nude, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna keep building up the transition with Clay, which is a darker color, but it's also a brown with a pink undertone. Okay, so if you don't like buttery shadows, then you're not gonna like this because they have fallout and they're buttery, but if you know how to work with them, they're not gonna have tons of fallout. You just have to learn how to clean your fallout because the most pigmented shadows usually have a lot of fallout. As a brow bone highlight, I'm gonna use Blank and Canvas. For my entire lid, I'm gonna go in with Dark Mocha, which is a shimmery shade, because the ones that I've been using are all matte. So this is wonderful about Lorac Pro palettes too, that the first row is all matte shades and the second row is all shimmery shades. So you have a mixture of both in equal quantity. And after that, on the center of my eye, I'm gonna go in with Rose Bronze, which is the shade right next to Dark Mocha. Then I'm gonna mix Rose Gold and Dark Mocha and smoke my lower lash line. And for an inner corner highlight, I'm gonna mix Light Gold and Almond Pearl. I'm gonna just line my upper lash line with the Tattoo Ink Liner. It's not a new favorite. And I will tight line with any black pencil that I have. So for mascara, I've been loving a new one. It's the Estee Edit, the Edgiest Mascara, and it has two sides. So this one is to get some volume. This one is to get a lift. So I use them both when I do my mascara, and I love it because it makes my lashes look super full, and it's just a mascara that won't budge. It doesn't say here that it's waterproof, it just doesn't budge. I'm not that picky with mascaras, but if something bothers me about them is when they smudge. Because I don't want to just go in, do my full face, look pretty, and then be walking, going to the bathroom or something, or look at myself on my car mirror and I have mascara smudge all over. It's not a cute look. So this mascara so far, it just always stays put. And for lips, I recently went back to my 3C because I was using my 2C non-stop to finish it. But you guys know that my 3C is my favorite lip liner in the world. I've been using it for the past 2 weeks and oh my god, I love it. I love it. I'm never gonna buy any other lip liner for me that is not this one, I think. Unless I find something that's gonna replace it that's amazing, because this one, it's always my favorite. Everyone's favorite is Strip Down by MAC, and I have that one. So this is my Strip Down. This is the one that I can't live without. And last but not least, I love, and I've been loving, the Kim K West by Charlotte Tilbury. I have to say, the first 3 times that I applied it, I love the color, but I didn't love the formula. But now, I don't know, it got to a point where, I don't know, the first layer went off, something, but it's super creamy. It stays put for a bullet lipstick, and the formula is just wonderful. It glides on, you'll guys see, but this is my favorite new nude that I have with Jash and Peach Stock by MAC. Okay guys, so this was the finished look using my favorite products for the month of February. Time is flying by so fast. Today is March 1st and March is my month because it's my birthday on March 18th. I'm super happy to be with you guys another month, and I'm starting a Just Spanish channel. So if you guys want to know what my Spanish channel will be, I will link it down below. It doesn't have any videos yet, so this is gonna be an only English channel. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys come back to see more of my videos. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next. Don't forget to follow me on my social media: Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's it guys. See you soon. Bye. So for blush, I've had 2 favorites this month. For blush, I have